Yo. You're. Let me get this posted on X real quick. Follow me on X. More importantly. Host. You know about NYC? Oh, we got some good stuff lined up today. We got good stuff coming up. We got some... I can't even spoil it. I'm excited to get into this. The manipulation and the bull, the tomfoolery never stops. So that's what's going on with that, as always. And endless amounts of extremely bullish news, man. And it's just when it's go time, it's go time. And we're going to take a look at some of the stats because we want to see usage. We want to see the number go up, you know. We want to see price go up, but we want to see usage go up too. Don't get it twisted. Good morning. I'm feeling like a pump is coming. Some people have been calling out tax day as being the potential, you know, not flip of the switch, but sentiment shift. I'm not getting shit back, really. So I don't know what the fuck this, like, grant. I don't know. Let me know. You guys getting, like, a much greater tax return? Because they will floating that around. Oh, this is going to be the greatest. Everyone's going to get the most money back ever. I'm not. So I don't mean. Manipulation and corruption are at all-time high. Yeah, there's even some stuff. Justin Sun throwing some shit around World Liberty Fi. I don't know why you would touch any of those projects those guys are attached to. Like, I'm not saying nothing because I like my life, but I don't know. It's just, I mean, come on. You can kind of see what's going on there. I mean, just the fact that they're Team Bitcoin alone is interesting, to say the least. Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Mike, bring Judy to your house for a video. Yo, come on now. Put some respect on Judy's name. Bro, crypto alts will suffer a massive crash in May. I mean, but we've been hearing that since the dawn of time. These things are crashing into the ground. It's over. Yo, someone commented. It might have been you. They were like, oh, what did they say, dude? They go, oh, did you see Judy on Jay Claver's last video? And I don't know if that's true or not. We are crashed. We've been crashed since 1010, bro. We've been scraping the gutter for a long time now. Like I used to be. It's 100% true, man. 100%. You don't think Jake could have been doing some Disney park bullshit, making holograms of Judy and shit? Mike, would you say? All right, I'm not talking about Judy, bro. I ain't talking about Judy. Oh, this song's a fucking vibe now. Yo, I gotta drink some of this shit. I still haven't finished all the tax stuff. 1099 and own a business sucks, dude. It is annoying as shit. The whole process, bro. It's so archaic. It's actually mind-boggling. Would you tap that? No. Getting too old for energy drinks. They light my IBS. They light your IBS up. Internal brake system. Damn, dude. Yo, what up, Daz? I got like 600 back, and they kept that from past year's taxes, dude. These guys are like the fucking scammers of the generation, man. It's insane. Insane. The fucking waste. I think it's pure waste that our money goes to. I'm not even joking, dude. Like, pay state taxes, whatever, because sometimes, even though in Massachusetts, apparently, they won't have an audit. They will not have a state audit. The people voted for it or something like that. Like, all over these fucking state. I mean, it's Game of Thrones. The money makes the world go round. It's so unfortunate. Fake money they print, dude. Yo, the Fed started printing back in December. Granted, it's on a smaller scale. I think they're printing 40 billion a month or something like that. 40 million. They are printing. Everyone's just waiting for that, like, God printer. It's like swelling intestines and gaskets trapped into the car. Yeah, no, I know it's something not good. I got 18K refund on my taxes. Yo, what the hell you balling out, dude? Denny's fucking all you can eat for the weekend. XRP will fall lower under $1 in May. Last opportunity to load the pickup truck up. I guess we'll see. Guess we'll see. It's all we could do. I don't really care. I just want I just want all this to be over, dude. The conflict. But does it ever truly end? I don't think so. I don't think so. But who knows? You guys do me a solid. Hit the like button right now. We got 33 people in here. We got 16 likes. IBS. Shout out IBS. Who knows? Conflict. I like that. I like that. Exactly what's going on. Dude, it feels so... Wait, what is this? Equivalent to the Lil Wayne lighter flick? What does that mean? Who's Ridge? Yo, shout out Ridge. I don't know if you're in here. Equivalent to the Lil Wayne lighter flick. I don't know what that means. Young Moolah, baby. I think that was him. Let's get... Is it true the Clarity Act is close? They squashed the beef on the yield. Apparently, they've reached over the impasse of the yield, according to them. And I've been showing in the recent videos and everything, we're not out of the water yet by any means. Because even you hear Patrick Witt, I do think we are getting closer. It's going to take some time, though, because he even says, he goes, this is kind of the main issue that's been preventing them from moving on to the other issues. You get what I'm saying? But now we're encroaching on this. One of the main senators or something involved is looking to get a draft out of the text by Thursday. That's what he says. I mean, they say all these dates. Brad, a while ago, moved his prediction. I think he just reiterated. He goes, yeah, at this point in time, I'm still feeling good about the end of May. I think he said that. Better question, will the Clarity Act even have any impact on the price? We've been saying, you know, you got to prepare for that possibility, too. You can't get your hopes up like crazy. Because the main thing I'm still kind of keeping my eyes on is... the Genius Act is still not even fully implemented at all. Let me see. I found this thing the other day. I mentioned it on stream. Oh, I already had the tab up, dude. What am I doing? Stupid idiot. So this number's been stagnant. I mean, that number too, but this number has been stagnant for a while. Granted, we just need another... The whole space has kind of been in a lull. You do need that next swing of money coming in, but the ETF accumulation, this is the only number I pay attention to, really. I mean, yeah, like inflows are good and all this stuff, but that's the number. I mean, we want them taken and just like kind of locked away. The percent of the total supply the ETFs have accumulated is still 0.77. It hovers around that 0.75, the 7, you know, it hovers around there, and it's been there for quite a bit. We just need that next wave of money. And the other thing to look into and I pay attention to is the tracking stablecoin regulation implementation. This guy created this, like, what that is. It tracks the ETF inflows, but it tracks the state of the Genius Act actually getting implemented. A comprehensive overview of all rulemaking requirements from the Guiding and Establishing National Innovation for U.S. Stablecoins Act, public law, yada yada. About the Genius Act, understanding the rulemaking process, it fucking explains all this. But basically, since it got signed, as always, there's a million steps in this. Now they have to kind of like make the rules and put the rules out, get a feel for the rules, you know, and start coordinating. All right, these are these rules, and a bunch of bullshit. We're still 74%. We're only 74% of the way there on this. They talk about, and we've seen it in other documents and stuff, talking about their deadline for full implementation of this is July 18th, but there is no consequence if they do not meet that quote-unquote deadline. So it's not actually a deadline. It's like all these deadlines, you know, like Donnie just made another one to Iran. He's like, oh, now you got till the 27th. All right, just keep dragging it along. That's one thing. I mean, the Clarity Act and everything. We saw this, who witnessed this back since last year. It's crazy. Twitter money or X money is in trial mode. Yeah, it's been in trial for a while. They said they were going to launch like a soft launch to a bunch of users in April. And then one of the lead product design guys from X just tweeted, he's like, crypto's been kind of in a lull. Maybe we should release something to fix that. Maybe that's X Money, but X Money, when we covered it, didn't really have any. It didn't have any crypto type integration, or at least that's what they said. There was nothing, you know. They had a good yield on their fiat, but there were no crypto products really of any kind in it. So who knows? But he's also an advisor on the Solana team. I don't know. X competes more with Venmo and crypto. Yeah, but the thing is, like, all these guys are going to have to utilize crypto to some capacity. You know, whatever the chains are, whatever the protocols are, whether they build their own, they're all going to have stable coins and shit. You know, it's just, it's the next iteration of how money's going to be flinging around the world. Yeah, Tether just released a wallet. 570 million people trust Tether now. We're putting that global infrastructure directly into your hands. Meet Tether Wallet, the fully self-custodial app designed for everyday life. Oh, man. Universal USDT, USAT, Bitcoin, on-chain Lightning. Simple. It's interesting. It's interesting. Team Tether and Bitcoin. Let's see what happens. All we can do. Oh, it's like, what? Oh, no. What is Digital Perspective saying? Oh, my God. Remember this guy. How could you not? Guys, do me a solid. Hit the like button real quick.
Crypto.
Oh, my God. He's fucking loud.
So, crypto, the operative word is decentralized. There is no such thing as a crypto asset that is decentralized other than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the only decentralized crypto asset there is and ever will be.
What?
And now, what does that mean? That means that nobody, no company, no group controls Bitcoin. That is not true. That statement cannot be said for any other crypto asset.
No
so
other
Bitcoin,
one?
We say Bitcoin, not shitcoin. Shitcoin, every non-Bitcoin crypto asset is a shitcoin. So crypto.
Oh, man. Look at this guy. Yo, this guy's zonked out of his mind. He's like, what is this? What is this man bun saying to me right now?
The operative word is decentralized.
No other one.
There is no such thing as a crypto.
All right, I immediately can't take you seriously when they talk in definitives like this. No other one. Never. No, never, 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 never. Only one. All right. Something's up with that because there's definitely no definitives in this early of this technology. I'll tell you that much. There's just no chance you could be out there talking like that. Let's see. I had a bunch of other stuff. He thinks he's cooking. He's kind of cooking. Good looking. Let's see. Let's see what's going on about this Black Swan. Leave Crypto Chat alone. Is that his name for real? Who the fuck is this dork? I don't know. That dude is the biggest turd. Damn, son. You got him. I guess miners don't control Bitcoin with hash rate. Yeah, I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, the energy companies and shit, I don't know. You just follow it down the ladder. Yikes. Tell me you haven't researched without telling me you haven't researched. It's either that or these guys are just paid, you know? A lot of them just feel paid.
Rapidly. And I think
oh, here we go. Jerome sitting in his chair.
Rapidly. And I think the vigilance is what you need. You just need to always know that there's another thing coming. And I think in particular, we've had all kinds of financial crises, but we've never really had a successful cyber attack on a large financial utility, let's say, or financial institution. And that would be quite a different thing. You know, if people are going to lose money in a certain part of the economy, we have a hugely resilient financial system now. It's more, let me say this, it's more about resilience than it is about avoiding crises. One of our former people used to say that we're in the levee building business, not the hurricane prevention business, right? So there are going to be hurricanes, and they're going to come, and you just have to assume you won't know what direction or what the nature of it will be. So you want a highly resilient financial system, and we do have that. But again, nobody who's in that business will ever give you a green light. They'll always say, "Here, these are the risks, and we got to monitor."
Is he just throwing it in our faces now? We've seen the predictive programming and Klaus Schwab and all those guys always fear-mongering, pandemics and cyber attacks and like all other crazy stuff, you know. But I don't know. Is he throwing it in our faces? We just saw that the treasure, what's his name, Besant, and him, and a lot of other very top tech people, according to them, met for concerns regarding one of the new AI models, potential in finding vulnerabilities and just causing mayhem, something like that. I don't know if it's completely blown out of proportion, because I saw David Sachs on that kind of state-sponsored all-in podcast is what it seems like. And he's like, no, it's just a scare tactic and all this and that. Maybe it is, because I'm not super into that whole sphere of it, but it is interesting to see, just from the limited lens I've seen it from, that Anthropic, DOD wanted to utilize Anthropic and them had beef because they were like, no, we don't want you using it like that, this and that. So then they fight, and then it seems like they've kind of been wanting to put the thumb on Anthropic for getting out of line and giving them a little smack. That's what it seems like from my perspective. See, so this guy, Nikita, his name, Nikita BR, he says, crypto has had a rough year. Maybe we should launch something to fix that. Maybe you should. You go do that. So he is the head of product at X and an advisor at Solana. Okay. So make of that what you will. But then Coinbase quote tweeted this because they're so cute. Okay, first idea, bring back Bitcoin. What does that even mean, though? Bring back Bitcoin. Am I stupid? What is he talking about? Bring back Bitcoin. What, like fucking pay for stuff with Bitcoin on this? What's their argument, bro? Because if it's a store of value, why would I don't know. If it's a store of value. I don't know. I lose my mind. Lose my freaking mind with this Bitcoin psyop.
That level of
I mean, it's all a psyop.
growth, like the 20-year time horizon, what price does that get us to for Bitcoin?
Oh, I think eventually it's going to 20 million, 21 million a coin.
21 million a coin. Okay, so what's that, like a market cap of like 400 trillion, something like this?
Yeah.
400 trillion.
I think it's going to emerge as the dominant digital capital of the world.
For now. Not even now, if we're talking technologically.
What would shake your confidence in that?
I haven't seen anything to shake my confidence yet.
What a dude. What?
By definition, black swan, something unexpected, unanticipated.
Cyber attack.
That level of growth.
Yeah, people are going to scramble for their Bitcoin, you know, if we get a cyber attack. If we get a cyber attack, the world will be fucking Mad Max in a matter of 46 hours. Okay? So who knows? Maybe Bitcoin is like, I don't know. Maybe it's the savior, dude. Maybe the UBI is paid in Bitcoin. You see this kid spark up. He's like, whoa. Now you're talking crazy.
So
with these
It's
400
going to 20
trillion.
million, 21 million a coin.
21 million a coin. Okay, so what's that, like a market cap of like 400 trillion, something like that?
Yeah, Bitcoin is the greatest ever. It's the most. Nothing can beat it. Nothing will ever beat it. It's technologically superior in every single way. It's beyond decentralized, has zero concerns regarding anything. It's been here for however long it's been here. And yeah, that's never going to change. Of course, yeah. I like that. That's a good narrative, you know. I wish I could say that so definitively about everything. Looks like Europe is deploying the never let a good crisis go to waste method. Use it to control the people, which is what these globalist wackos wanted to do anyway. I mean, that is true. Their plan was never going to stop.
Is how can we reduce the demand? Because, of course, the least expensive energy is the energy that is not used. We should reduce demand while fully respecting the free choice of consumers. So we are looking at energy efficiency levels such as renovation of buildings or the renewal of equipment in industrial operations. These are some measures, but there are also other measures that we will present or will be the core of the presentation of the communication next week on the table of the leaders. So far for the is how can...
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Deutsche Börse invests $200 million into Kraken. I'm not too familiar with that. Let's see. We're officially halfway through the Bitcoin halving cycle. We are halfway to the next Bitcoin halving event as we just passed our 105 blah, 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 blah. Next halving date is 8th of April, 2028. We got some ways. People talk about how we don't move until the halvings. Let's find out. Who's this? Morgan Stanley.
Right, there's a new client channel that has close to $3 trillion in assets within this crypto native channel that's also looking for services, financial services, and we're able to support that. We've seen a lot of that. I think even if you look at all of the activity with the DATs last year, if you look at the activity we've seen year to date with the in-kind transfer of spot crypto into ETPs, all of this is happening because there are additional services that we can offer in capital markets, in the traditional business that just don't exist to date at the same scale within the crypto native business. But that being said, there's also a huge opportunity within the market infrastructure modernization. So there's two different angles that we're playing here. It's not just one or the other, it's actually all of the above, and we'll continue to work on that across the board. Right?
It's crazy. This is happening. It's the conversation is no longer, we're out of that phase officially of all the regulatory uncertainty and all this and that. And even the documents, the like Rothschild, whatever, the Rothschild documents, all sorts of ones that talk about, we expect clarity passing in about 2 months, April, May, you know, that general time frame. And it ending the crypto winter. Crazy statement. So the Bitcoin blockchain is not so much a store of value, but a store of Bitcoin. Lucky that each Bitcoin itself is a pocket rocket full of utility. No wonder that guy digs it so much. What is he saying? Does Bitcoin have a built-in DEX at the protocol ledger to achieve these benefits? Too bad. All right, we get it. Bitcoin and XRP people fighting. Bitcoin and every other person people fighting. Yo, gamer. Rafaez Gamer, I appreciate that. The $2 schmeckle, I appreciate that, my guy. 589. Let's find out. Maybe 589 is just a frequency of life. Maybe it's not even actually an event. I was thinking COMEX roll 589 back when the silver squeeze was happening, and that in gold. Yeah, that's not manipulated at all. Fucking vertical drop on it was like a random Thursday. So yeah, it's had a rough year. Maybe we could fix it. I would love that. You think Quant's going to be worth more than Bitcoin in the coming years? I mean, everybody has their horse in the race. Who knows? Sailor's tombstone will read, "Here lies the biggest cornball of the 21st century." I like that. He is God-level deranged. Hit the like button. Yo, I appreciate that. Definitely hit the like button. Yeah, this guy, Senator Tom Tillis, plans to release stablecoin yield draft agreement this week to end lobbying battle between banks and crypto. Oh, let's hope, dude. Even if dude, it's mid-April already, man. I mean, we gotta get going. They really want to flip the script and get this economy booming. Get the tax day might be important. Wait, tomorrow? Oh my God, losing my mind, dude. Tomorrow's tax day. A lot of interesting things lining up. A lot of interesting stuff. His tombstone should say, "I bought Bitcoin while shitting standing up." I bought obscene amounts of Bitcoin while shitting up. Michael Saylor is a healer. He is healing the crypto community, I guess. RLUSD will be used by banks after clarity, not XRP, but XRP still has a use case as a bridge currency, so all good. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely more complicated than that, I feel. CFO's managing, let's see what Reese is saying. He's at the UAE from Ripple, right? Yeah, he's the managing director, Middle East and Africa at Ripple. CFO is managing global payouts. This one's for you. The traditional cross-border payment system wasn't built for the speed of modern business. Here's why digital assets are changing the calculus. Every time you send a cross-border payment the old way, you're dealing with 1 to 3 day settlement. We get it. Old as fuck. Fees eating at a high percent margin. Locked up liquidity, nostro vostro, zero visibility mid-transfer. That's not a treasury strategy. It's just friction. Digital assets, XRP and RLUSD payments offer near instant settlement. Yeah, we get it. The CFOs winning on global operations are already making the switch, and Ripple, they just put it on their dashboards too for Ripple Treasury. I'm almost positive that happened about a week ago. So that's what we want to see.
Brad, back to the innovation.
So Brad, I think Brad just spoke somewhere because I'm seeing these clips pop up.
Brad, back to the innovation part of this. Can you walk us through what your process for identifying next innovative steps for Ripple?
Well, so in one key example here is, so Ripple acquired a company in Q4 last year called G Treasury. G Treasury orchestrates about $13 trillion of payments. 0% of those today go through either stablecoin or crypto in terms of settlement.
Zero.
So the opportunity set is, okay, how do we gently introduce, and what they're really doing is for a CFO, here's a dashboard of your global liquidity, whether it's in yen, euro, Sing dollar, Australian dollar, Here's a global view. Let's let them move it easily into, out of. And that business on a standalone basis has been growing phenomenally quickly. And now there's an opportunity to integrate both Ripple Ripple Prime, or Prime brokerage services, as well as the payments businesses, and Ripple stablecoin. So, and actually, Billy was talking about the collateral management, the feasibility of using collateral that is much more easily moved is a big deal, and I think will create a lot of tailwinds for the crypto industry.
Yeah, I mean, just open it, just cracking the door open for these people. If you want to use it, you use it. You know, they start learning, they start seeing the savings, speed, the utility for certain things you want to do. Just the opportunity being opened is all we want. They've got the cover they need for the war. Yeah, I remember this narrative has been going around for a while. The Fed is now privately preparing for a possible $2 trillion credit market collapse. Oh, this is a really long read. I'm not trying to read this right now, but we have seen for a couple of weeks now them floating around this like private credit thing we've been seeing. They've been limiting withdrawals. Some BlackRock fund, I think when they did it, people got spooked. Another big entity did it. So, I mean, who knows? You know, they're never going to be like, oh yeah, it's a crisis. You know, they're going to fucking they got to save face. So yesterday, the SEC, as part of Project Crypto, the Division of Trading and Markets issued a staff statement providing its views on broker-dealer registration requirements in connection with certain interfaces used to prepare transactions in crypto asset securities. Interesting. Okay. Roger that. So what's VET saying? Extremely good news for DeFi and XRP. Why? We have XRP protocol level decentralized exchange with order books and automated market makers and native cross-currency transaction routing. Means providing just access to the XRP DEX doesn't require registration because you don't hold user funds, and transaction routing is protocol level as well as execution and ordering. Also, you don't need to build your own DEX for this. We have a shared public square functioning as a market. Call it a bazaar that curves mountains and cathedrals. Interesting stuff. See what Brad's saying more of over here.
I think what happened 2 weeks ago with the SEC and CFTC coming together with a joint statement was
big.
Truly groundbreaking in a bunch of ways. And from my point of view, it ended an era of lawfare against this industry, which turns out didn't have the support of what the law actually said. So I think that was profound. But I also think we have to recognize that without codified legislative permanence, you still have the risk that the next version of the SEC comes back to Gensler's unlawful war on crypto. And I think that's bad for the United States. I think it's bad policy. It's also bad politics. And what we've seen certainly as we come up to midterms is being anti-crypto doesn't get you any votes.
Nope.
There's a lot of people who care about this industry, who are directly or indirectly involved. And I think that's why some of the voter education in the last cycle was impactful. So I am still optimistic, the Clarity Act. I think it does still matter despite the CFTC and SEC coming together. I think the time is now. I would say I'm probably not quite as optimistic as I once was, but some of the smartest people and Washington insiders that I know have said to me, when people are at their peak frustration, that's when they finally compromise and it gets done. I think we're there.
Interesting.
I know.
Interesting. That instantly reminds me of Mr. Wonderful before he was an apparent sellout, when he was on earlier Shark Tank, when he was a savage. And he said it to one of the guys. He goes, a good deal is when we're both uncomfortable. He goes, I want to see you squirm from this deal. And that always stuck in my brain. The best deals are when both people are uncomfortable. Don't know if that's always. I've been at peak frustration for like a month now. I mean, the whole crypto industry, or at least price action wise, but on the back end, I mean, it's not stopping any of these people. So we'll see. I want to see what he said. He's not as optimistic as he once was. What did he say?
Voter education in the last cycle was impactful.
Yeah, that was impactful, and not the fact that the crypto lobbies are one of the top lobbies in terms of money swinging around last cycle. They're up there. These guys were at the table funding the ballroom too, amongst every other person.
But I am
every other big tech.
Still optimistic, the Clarity Act. I think it does still matter despite the CFTC and SEC coming together. I think the time is now. I would say I'm probably not quite as optimistic as I once was, but some of the smartest people.
Why is he not as optimistic as he once was, though?
Not quite as optimistic as I once was, but some of the smartest people and Washington insiders that I know have said to me, when people are at their peak frustration, that's when they finally compromise and it gets done. I think we're there. I think we're there.
Yeah, well, I mean, market sentiment's been there for a long time now. So there's that.
U.S.
I want to watch this whole thing. I'm not going to do 18 minutes right now, but let's see. Yes, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with what's going on with Stronghold. Forbes FinTech 50 company, enabling access to legacy and next-gen payments and financial services through a simple API. You asked, we bridge. SHX is expanding to the XRPL ecosystem through our new bridge via Squid Router and Axelar. Now move across chains into ecosystem built for regulated enterprise-grade participation. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with what their project is, but interesting. Interesting, to say the least. Money will start flying in 2027. Who knows, man? Let's hope. Let's hope. Yo, what up? What up, guys? What up, OG? Yo, what up? When XRP finally breaks out, Mike is going to pick up that guitar on his couch and rip out his happy solo. No, maybe. Play some Master of Puppets or something. Money. Oh, I read that. What up? I'm feeling like they are going to push this out till the very last minute and force Coinbase's hand to agree. Well, I mean, they've been floating around that they've reached. And even Brian came out. We covered it like a week or two ago, and he came out officially tweeting, it's now time to pass the Clarity Act. And everyone, and I tweeted about it like, oh my God, Lex Luthor's on board now. You know, Senator Tom Tillis, he's looking to get on Thursday. Interested. The day after tax day. Wait, is that when that lines up? Dude, it is. He's looking to get the stablecoin text out, so they say, on Thursday, the day after tax day. What if tax day is the day? Well, it's going to be a fun next couple of ones. Unless we just fucking go into the floorboards. That's it. Nosedive to zero. It all goes to zero because Jerome told the truth. He slipped it up and the cyber attack's coming. That would be next level.
I think what happened 2 weeks ago with the SEC and...
Oh, we just watched this, man. Yeah, I mean, Luke is saying big week. Luke Judges, relationships guy at Ripple, I'm pretty sure. They were other, because he tweeted that after a couple of other people have been tweeting this, like high up people, CEOs of crypto companies and shit. They've been tweeting big week. So they're all like chain replying, big week, big week, big week. Who knows? Shyla from Yellow. Actually, I want to check breaking news real quick because it is early. I didn't realize how early it truly was. How are we feeling about the market right now? XRP Clarity, no tax on transactions, X Money launch. Yeah, there's going to be... Oh, yeah, the X Money launch, too. There's so much stuff going on. Today with President Xi. Pedro, President de España. Interesting. Let's check this out. What's going on with this? Today with President Xi Jinping, I have confirmed that the bond between Spain and China emerges strengthened following this official trip. In a world that is increasingly uncertain, Spain is betting on an EU-China relationship based on trust, dialogue, and stability. We must continue advancing toward a multipolar order built from respect and pragmatism. Interesting. What the hell? What the fuck? Dude, what? What is going on? Dude, this fucking platform is so... it's so just crazy. Yeah, Lex Luthor is finally on, but that's what I said. I tweeted it. Because I got excited. I was like, oh, that means it's go time if he's on board now. Because I think JP Morgan's got a little bit of the squid tentacles up in that. March PPI inflation rises to 4%, the largest yearly gain since February 2023. No, everything's been fucking solid, bro. Interesting. It's always... What's next for Ripple Treasury? Upcoming expansions will include integration with Ripple's cross-border and intercompany settlement products, 24/7 yield generation on idle cash through overnight repo, and other capabilities powered by stablecoins and digital assets. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Peter. Trump using the U.S. Navy to blockade the Strait of Hormuz could easily be considered an act of war by other nations impacted by the action. What right does the U.S. have to use military force to prevent China from buying oil? However, China's right to retaliate would seem clear. Let's hope not. Let's hope just peace. Let's hope peace among everybody, bro. We don't want the missiles flying anywhere our direction, please. Anything bad? This is all just crap. I think I saw all this. Crap. Oh, Ursula Vaughn, dude. You talk about lizard people, man. We've seen her in clips before. I think she interviewed Jamie Dimon. I think she's the same one. And the smugness. It was that interview was painful. Like, to see the smugness of, like, some of them truly think they are fucking just above a different level. Incredible. Jeremy Lair said, yeah, let's check this out. Ashley from Yellow, or Shiloh. I don't know why I said Ashley. Hit the like. Wait, there are 33 likes and 85 people in here. Yo, that is actual crazy talk. Guys, you got to do me the solid at least and hit the like button. You got to do me the bare minimum. Por favor. Shifty, what's that? When XRP finally... Oh, I read that. My bad. I didn't even know we had 85 people in here. Oh, I'm getting stage fright. I'm frightened. I'm officially frightened. Somebody... Let me sing that. Get that. Not metal. That way I can get metal. Oh, maybe some of this. Would be pretty good. Saw something the other day that said there are 1.7 million XRP left on the exchanges possible. I mean, I'm not. That supply shock narrative. Everyone seems to forget all the core guys that were running around for a while that narrative was hot. Oh, the supply shock. Oh, there's like not that much in the dark pools and shit. Way back when. Oh, it's happening soon. It's happening. I don't know about that. I don't know how you... I was even saying, I'm going, how the fuck do they know definitively how much are in these dark pools and fucking OTC and all this shit? You don't actually know. Like, you can maybe take a guess, but you don't actually know. So I don't know how the hell... Oh, I got insider information. Oh, well, I mean, here we are. Months and months and months and months later from that narrative. So here we go. But yet again, I'm not saying eventually, you know, the supply constraints and the dynamics start kicking in. I'm not saying that at all because I think over time, I think that's bound to happen, you know, if this thing achieves, if any of these base tokens. All tokenized debt will add strength and green value to the blockchain financial system. All tokenized, hit the like button, Shifty. Gonna push this out. Yeah, they're gonna push it out to the last minute. That's what I'm thinking. See, this is moving now too. Clearbank becomes one of the first banks approved under the EU's MiCA crypto regulation framework. Tether doesn't fall. I don't think Tether follows under their... There's only a select few. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, this guy hates XRP. HSBC has completed a pilot of tokenized deposits on Canton. The simulation included issuance, transfer, and atomic settlement of deposits against digital assets with interoperability across settlement rails, extending coordinated settlement across cash and asset legs. And then he goes, how much time do you think HSBC spent thinking about needing XRP as a bridge currency? While they use tokenized deposits for liquidity and Canton for settlement, literally 0 seconds, XRP holders are stuck in a 2015 time capsule because of Garlinghouse memes. Yo, this guy is savage. Translation, Iran does not control the Strait of Hormuz, according to Digital Perspectives. Just in, Iran accuses the U.S. of committing piracy by blocking the Strait of Hormuz. All right, well, good fucking luck, dude. They'll drop a bomb on your head. I don't even know. Like, that's what it is. You get out of line, you're going to get clapped up, bro. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even get to the Shiloh thing. A lot of talk around crypto tolls in the Strait of Hormuz, but it's worth grounding it. Jeremy Allaire already said it's highly unlikely USDC would be used there, which makes sense given its regulatory constraints. Still, when global trade even starts considering crypto under pressure, it says where things are heading. This is interesting. Yet again, the Bitcoin guys took off like a fucking racehorse with that narrative. Oh my God, they said they're going to use Bitcoin to settle the toll transactions. That's not what they said, first off. And two, oh my God, yeah, Iran and all, yeah, they're using Bitcoin at the actual neutral bridge. That's where I want my investment. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Maybe Iran will pump Bitcoin to $7 trillion to reach Michael Saylor's 400 trillion market cap. I mean, I don't care about market cap. Maybe Bitcoin does reach these stratospheric. Maybe it's only Bitcoin. Maybe it's only that. It has to be. Nothing else can beat Bitcoin.
Hey, just how are you looking at that?
Yeah. So the SWIFT network, I mean, I imagine everyone here at some point in your lives has done a SWIFT-enabled transaction. You call it a wire transfer. One little side note, the expression wire transfer, the etymology of that is a telegram wire.
That's right.
This is not technology that has moved with the internet and advancement of these technologies. Do we compete with SWIFT? Yes. There are a lot of payment networks out there. And when I think about at the core what Ripple's trying to do, we're trying to let value move the way information moves today. What does that mean? You and I have been around for a while, these technologies. I was around, I had a Prodigy account, I had an AOL account. There's also CompuServe. You couldn't email between CompuServe and AOL.
Right.
That was not possible.
Right.
And then you had technologies, in this case.
Hey, just how are you looking at
Interesting. Interesting, to say the least. Yeah, we still want to be moving in this archaic fucking system, bro, because that's exactly what everybody wants. Brother, you think the Clarity Act makes much of an impact? Most of these content creators are claiming, especially after all these changes made by Congress and the Senate for Banks. I think it's obviously a good thing for the industry. We want it, you know, as much as like Charles and all these random people like, oh, a bad bill. A bad bill is like, no, it needs to be, you need to fight for us and just whatever, all this bullshit. Like, everyone shut up. Like, shut up. It's good overall because they need clear rules. The banks in the end, like Tim Drape, that awesome Tim Draper clip of how this was always going to go, the banks were most likely going to be winning, you know. As DAI's father said, he goes, you want to look for the core or something? If Goldman Sachs is touching it, that's the go-ahead right there, you know. Brother. Changes by Congress. I mean, they reached the compromise, supposedly, regarding the stablecoin yield. So, we'll find out. This is interesting. Seeing that the text from Tom Tillis Thursday, right after tax day. And then looking at the variable guy of last year, the money trail. You know, we've been swinging and missing on our predictions. But it's not even like predictions. It's just what we think at that current moment in time. We thought Bagpipe Day, National Paper Money Day, all this stuff. It's none of those. It might not even be this year, but the rocket came back. Artemis just came back. The money trail. Could it be tax day? The Bagpipe. I don't know. Who knows? That's my next, you know, my next swing and probably miss. Unless we start going parabolic. We're creeping up to 138. Even though we're talking in literal sense. I just have it up on the screen. So, came back. Yo, what up, Zerp? Came back. Yo, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Came back. Yo, how many? All right, let's get this going. Let me get this going. Hold up. I got to ask a poll up in this bitch. You guys do me a solid. Hit the like button right now. We got 88 people in it. We got 66. I want to make a poll. I don't know if that's how you spelled it. Artemis come back? Wait. Let me see this. I'm curious. Do you think Artemis came back or never left? I'm curious. That's funny. It never left Earth 100%. Yo, 2 votes. Yo, but why do you say this? Why do you say? Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What, dude? Yo, never left. Yo, stop it. It's been a while since I told at $2. Oh, you sold. I see it down even more down. I mean, the whole market's down, but that's like when you never financial advice. That's kind of when you should be accumulating. If you believe, you know, if you believe in the utility of some of these assets and their futures, you know, and you want to just accumulate. What do you mean the audio is going in and out? Is it okay right now? Or are you trolling? I don't know. Morning, Turp and Mo. Maybe it could be the audio gate on this too. Audio's good for me. Yeah. Morning, Turp and Mo. What do you believe Artemis did? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it did. I mean, I guess I lean more towards what they were saying. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Did it go to the moon? Did it come back? Did it just go up in the orbit and come back? I don't know. I don't know what it actually did. I didn't have eyes on it. We just have to go by what they were telling us. Not buying till another 120. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a risky game, you know, looking at it like that. But, you know, sometimes you do get lucky making calls like that. For me, I'd rather just chip away, consistently accumulate, you know. And then when you do get like downward swings like that, little fire sale action, you go, I might throw a little bit more at it right now. XRP is bumping BNB for the 4th on crypto market cap. Yeah, they keep battling with each other. The green screen glitching, the phone sitting on the lap, not floating. I have seen a couple of clips regarding people like debunking the stream of them up in space and shit. But some of them I did get confirmation that they were faked, you know? So that's what I mean. I don't spend too much of my time on that sort of stuff. I'd rather focus on just crypto. But yeah, some of them were fake. In terms of... Oh, here we go. You have 62% say it never left Earth. Interesting. So where did it go? Did it go into space? Did it just like go off into the distance? I don't know. Where did they go? I've been looking into Jed's space company, Vast, and it's very interesting. They utilize SpaceX rockets to go up into space, and they're building basically kind of modular space station components to build out space stations, because NASA's contract, they're basically trying to win the contract to build the space station for NASA and shit. How can people believe it was faked? I mean, I'm not claiming one way or another. I don't know. Stanley Kubrick, Artemis came back Friday. They floated around the moon. I don't think they can actually land on the moon like they lied. Well, I don't think the mission was not to land on the moon. They were just doing, supposedly, that's what they were claiming, you know? It was just a flyby. They were utilizing the figure 8 around the Earth and moon for the path they were taking, according to them. Satellite height. Yeah, I don't know. This is out of my pay grade. I don't know. How could people believe it? I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you think about your boy with the YouTube channel, A Chain of Blocks? I don't even know who that is, bro. How can they launch all these rockets into space but never hit debris, let alone a million satellites around the Earth? Look at the satellite trackers and tell me how they dodge everyone. I mean, I'm sure there's an answer, you know. I'm sure they will have an answer. My just assumption, because like I said, I'm not an expert on any of this shit. I just assume. I do remember the narrative a long time ago where they were like, the Earth is literally encompassed in space debris. So that is a good question. I mean, maybe that's why they build shielding and shit, bro, you know? Something like that. I ain't a rocket scientist. They went to space. The Earth is round. Y'all tripping, says M. Hollywood for the $2 super chat, which I appreciate, my guy, getting his statement out there. Y'all tripping. Y'all bitches tripping. Maybe I'd like to be wrong, but maybe we never. Yeah, I don't fucking know. I'm not a rocket engineer or something. In case you guys didn't know. Y'all don't understand how vast space is. That's crazy name dropping Jed Space Company seamlessly into that. Definitely need to watch Chain of Blocks, funniest XRP comedian on Earth. Really? Let me see what's going on. Check him out, bro. Funniest guy out there, period. And he covers XRP. Let's see. Chain of Blocks. Let me see. Eric resigns. Oh, he covers like, I'm not seeing any XRP specific. At least from here, maybe if I type in that Chain of Blocks, XRP. Let's see. Chain of Blocks, leaked info how XRP reaches $10,000. All right, see what. All right, I'll take your word for it for now. But tuition. All right, let me end this poll. Never left Earth. Interesting. He hasn't been covering XRP as much lately. Yeah, he's moved on. I haven't a few of the high-profile scientists that were involved in Artemis died in mysterious circumstances? I got no clue. You couldn't pay me enough to believe the theory of heliocentrism. That's not I don't even know what that is, bro. Sounds interesting. That's an interesting word, phrase. After the Katy Perry Blue Origin BS, I'm not believing. What was wrong with the Blue Origin stuff? It wasn't that kind of thing. That's basically just kind of a space elevator, you know? Something like that. It just goes up and they hang out for a minute. I know Mike watched the Judy and Jake interview. Yo, we were talking about that when it started. I haven't seen any of that. I might have to turn that on real quick. Might go have to hit a little bit more of the spliff. It's early. And then maybe we check this out. But you guys got to hit the like button. Got to do me that much. Yo, I appreciate the super chats yet again today, too. He doesn't buy into the spinning ball. Sack globe theory. Didn't Katy Perry... Oh, I saw that before you took the message away. Something about lizard eyes. Jake Claver, Judy. Check this out. Oh, man. Oh, my God. You guys weren't fibbing, bro. Oh, wait. Is this it? Jake Claver live. Yeah, this guy's got to sell out fucking stadiums, man. I don't see Judy. Where's Judy at? Was it a video? Go check maybe the video tab. Videos. Guys, I don't see it. Or was it from 5 days ago? Where the fuck is it? I'm bugging. Good evening, everyone. Yo, what up? Jake and Judy went up the hill to buy some XRP. I mean, that's a good thing to buy. Looking at concave Earth, cellular Earth theory, if you really want to go down rabbit hole while smoking a spliff. Oh my God. That's the stuff. That's the stuff. Guys, I saw a thumbnail of Judy. Oh, is it Judy's channel? Are you guys fucking with me? Jake and Judy. Jake and Judy went up the beanstalk. It's on Digital Outlook. That's why. Okay. I was looking on Jake's channel. Oh, this is going to be crazy, bro. Let's check some of this shit out. The Earth is a cylinder, yo. How do you know this? Yo, it's a cylinder. Yo, I think it's a wumbo, dude. Fucking W for wumbology. The study of wumbo. We don't understand the Earth, but we understand wumbo. I don't know about that. Concave. It's a cylinder. Yo, what the fuck, dude? Like a fucking toilet paper roll. That's what we live in. It's like a halo ring. That's legit. Yo, M Hollywood with the 2 super chat. Yo, spliff funds since I can't smoke anymore. Yo, I appreciate that, my guy. A lot of YouTubers are adamant on taking profit when XRP runs. Don't be left holding take 5-10%. I mean, not financial advice, you know. You gotta... It all depends on your individual situation. You know? Like, it was crazy to hear the Modern Investor when he made the video saying he sold a lot of his positions. I was like, that is so... I mean, he held on to a very little amount, but, you know, he did what he had to do. He did what he had to do, you know. We could backseat game all day. You eyeing the Lips IPO? I can't say I am because I didn't even know Lips was IPOing. That's kind of next level, honestly. Guys, do me a solid. Hit the like button. Por favor. Shout out Carolyn and Jay on X. Liking the tweet. Shout out Ridge. Shout out Good Evening Crypto. They abs followed a while back, I believe, and then now I'm getting scam accounts of other like random Good Evening Crypto bot accounts following me now. It's fucking brutal. What was I looking for? I was looking for something. I don't see why people have a problem with taking profits when you can. That's why we're here, and then sip cocktails on the beach. Yeah. It's just because there are more. It really depends on your plan. Like there's strategies. There's strategies to this thing. You know, you want to keep your tax low, the lowest you can, but it all depends. Abs is on my last nerve. Big time clickbait. Abs is chill, in my view. My second chain of blogs. That shit is hilarious. A lot of companies pushing yield on your XRP, very dangerous, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not touching any of that shit. I'm not touching any of that. I do like XRP. I do think Evernorth is going to be something big time. I like that play. The photo of some huge crater in the foreground of the Earth in the background. AI saying the crater and moon is impossible to be because of where the crater is on the moon. All right, I'm done with the moon crap. Yeah, it just so happens. They launched it on April Fool's Day. It's just weird. Like, there's just odd. Yeah, let's launch this on April Fool's. What the hell? Cracked 138. All right. Up a whole penny. Let's keep it going. Keep that momentum going, baby. That's what we need. Check this out. See if we got any breaking news. Oh, here we go. We got some Bitcoin maxi shit, I think. I'll be taking 5 to 10% after I rebuy in. Hey, you do what you gotta do, son, you know? You do what you gotta do. Right. Check this out. Guys, I'm gonna go hit the spliff, get a drink, and I'll be right back. You could take this moment, go, I don't know, take a bathroom break or something if you got it real quick. I'll be right back.
Same.
What up? Yo, I come back. Jay Clava has a large face, says Jefferson Electric. Savage. Savage. Yo, 183. I mean, 138. This is Lasso by Phoenix. Phoenix has bangers, dude. Anyone else getting sick of hearing about Parabolic and not seeing it? I mean, I'm just, whenever it happens, it happens. We're here for the journey at this point. It does feel like inevitable. It does feel inevitable, but to be fair, Clarity Act was our delay in Marxist color revolution in House of Senate, but Jake is a B artist. Interesting. The song before, my bad. Oh, I don't know. Wait, let me go back. It says Love Fang by Moto Bandit. Here for the journey of the stream. Let's go. Yo, see, that's the type of vibe. That's the type of energy. I appreciate that. We're here for the vibe, like the vibe. Because then you look back on it and you're like, wow. Wow, we were stupid. Little did we know. You know? Let's hope. They're all out there crying, oh, big mouth. I mean, not big mouth. Fucking, big week. Big week. Big week ahead. They keep saying, I mean, they say that every other week. So, that piece of shit. Auto sabotage. Yeah, we'll get some of that going. Or some water. Yo, get some water going. I'm going to get some water going right. Dude, it's so nice out. It's so nice out. The cloud, the literal gray overcast of that fucking, like, I don't know. It's just a gray that covers everything. And that's rolling in now. Clarity will be no different. The ISO 222 news, it will be the long run, not the flip of it. Yeah. Yeah. Good thing is Marxists and Republicans have a deal on Clarity Act. I mean, they're claiming they got a deal on it now. That's what they're claiming, you know. Vibe is always smooth, Mikey. Yo, I appreciate that. Drum bum. Appreciate that. Yo. Good evening, crypto. I'm numb to any price action between 1 to 3. Been here since 2019, and I hear so many XRP vets saying the same. Yo, Abs, I've been in since 2017, right? The journey is so... It's... Oh, my God. It's the greatest fucking movie of all time we're living through if they ever decide to make a movie covering this shit. The Social Network 2, The Internet of Value. That's the fucking... I'll write the script for it. I want Leonardo DiCaprio playing Brad Garlinghouse. All right? I don't know who we get for David Schwartz. Who do we cast as David Schwartz, dude? Someone crazy. Someone you'd never expect, dude. Maybe the guy from Severance. Maybe that's the guy. We stick a wig on him. And that's it. Stack until 2030 and just vibe till then. I mean, the whole thing is vibing anyway. It's out of your control. You either think you ever think you know where the inevitability in the space is, which I think I've seen plenty for years and years now, that where this is all headed for certain assets, for certain protocols, all that shit. One, insane. Danny DeVito for David Schwartz. That's actually not too, I don't know, I maybe could see that. The Rock. We gotta get The Rock, dude, to play David Schwartz. Jack Black, that could be good. Kramer for David Schwartz. In the end, we win. Yeah, it's what it seems. If you're positioned right, I don't know. Yet again, unless they throw, I was covering Jerome. He was up on stage, Powell, and he was talking about the cyber attack. He goes, we've had our fair share of financial crises and this and that. But thankfully they've never successfully done a cyber attack. And he's talking about all this. We just saw, what's his name, Besant and the Fed chair come together with a whole lot of other powerful people in the tech space. Apparently an emergency meeting regarding, their new AI model, it could do this and that. Who knows? Fear-mongering, marketing. But it seems like, along with aliens, the cyber attack narrative has definitely been a little bit more pre-programmed than the others, considering there's a scary video of Klaus Schwab, dude. The WEF, the front man, Darth Vader, when he rolled up in his Darth Vader suit, and he's talking about, you'll eat the bugs and you like it, you'll eat the bugs. And then he's talking about the cyber attack would bring such ungodly amounts of havoc, and it's showing all these spooky visuals of like doom 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 with the lights shutting off from space, and it's so they make it so scary. He's like, it will happen. He's talking about it. He goes, this is what we want because we want to know what the fuck you buy with your $400, dude. They're looking at your $400 to $600 Venmo payments. All right, that's what they're worried about. Meanwhile, these guys are fucking smuggling trillions and trillions. The Pentagon. Oh, it went missing. Trillions went missing? Way to go missing. What do you mean? How do you just lose trillions of dollars? No, we don't know. Oh, okay. Sorry for asking. Sorry for asking where our money's going, you know? How dare we? You insignificant bug. I will eat you. You sound like, how can a dead man move coins? I don't know, dude. I don't know. You're sounding like Nosferatu. Nosferatu! From SpongeBob. He's flicking the lights, and the lights will flicker on and off. And there will be nobody there. Our money's going to Izzy. I think it's going to everywhere but us. That's what I think. I think it's going to literally every single other place except to us. That's what I think is going on. He's not dead. He's partying in the sun with Tupac and Elvis. Yo, John Lear, dude. I was watching Jesse Michaels' phenomenal. His channel's the GOAT. He just had Bob Lazar. It's a Bob Lazar again. And it's a good one. I'm almost done with it, but I don't even know why I was bringing that up. Why was I bringing that up? He's not dead. He's resting his eyes. Once you go night-night, you go night-night, you know? Who knows? They're going to move Satoshi coins and blame it on the quantum hack. You think that's what they're gearing up for? That would be a crazy movie. That would be an absolute crazy time. You guys, do me a solid. Hit the like button right now. We got 86 people in here. We got 81 likes. Those are rookie numbers. We got to get those numbers up. So you think they're about to pull a Satoshi psyop of a lifetime? That's what you think they're going with this? They can go a whole plethora of ways right now. Like right now, they got the market. Yet again, the markets are like, they're feeling okay, even though the peace talks fell through when Vance and the other guys were there. Vance went over to Iran with Kushner and someone else, right? And the negotiations fall through. You know, we talked for hours, all this shit. But in the end, they don't want to give up the nuclear, whatever the hell is actually going on, okay? Crypto Insight UK made a good post talking about what he thinks maybe is going on with that. And yeah, you send Vance there. Oh yeah, we put up a battle, this, that, we leave. And then they're supposed to meet up again in Thursday. Dude. That Tom Tillis releasing the stablecoin text, supposedly, as of Thursday, and tax day. And then the bearable guy thing, Artemis 2 lands, the money trail, Brad, and it looks like the peace offering or their deal. I'm just saying. X Money. Does X Money somehow because the Nikita guy just came out, the product guy at X. He's like, yeah, crypto's been down. Should we release something to alleviate that pain? First of all, I think you should, Nikita. If you do have anything you can drop in to help us, that would be tremendous. Even though X Money, when we covered it, didn't have any crypto rails or offering crypto of anything. From what we saw, it was pretty bare bones. There was a theory that Elon is from Planet X. So what is Planet X? I know Red X from Teen Titans, dude. He had the coolest voice, even though it was just the Robin voice actor, but they put like a metal-y tone on his voice. Nibiru. Oh, that's what Billy Myers or some shit. What's his name, dude? Billy something. He goes around talking about that type of shit, Nibiru and like ancient texts, all this shit regarding Billy Carson. What is the Nephilim? No, is it the Nephilim? What were the aliens / like gods? I forget the term he calls them. Text. It might be the Nephilim, something like that. The Anunnaki. Who are the Nephilim? Why does that sound familiar too? Sometimes I feel like it's too easy, and I see the trillions that are coming, and not even to mention the multiplier. So many coincidences that is that. Well, is this real life? It's also a coincidence. You know, a lot of just, I don't know. Do you believe in coincidences that Morgan Stanley Morgan Stanley launches their Bitcoin ETF the day after the ceasefire talks. It was weirdly coordinated. Those are half man, half angels from the Bible. Yeah, dude, you should listen to that guy, Billy Carson. I feel like I've seen stuff that's been confirmed that he's been bullshitting about some stuff. But then just like always, as any good bullshit artist, they know how to include like some real shit with fake shit. That's what they were saying about Billy Carson's reputation. But when he's still interested, he goes on Rogan, he's talking about like the fucking Nephilim of the offspring. Yeah, he's talking about all that type of stuff and then equating it to like aliens and all this shit. And they wouldn't need us to mine gold, the fun theory. You know, if you believe in that, like, accelerated evolution type shit, which is, it's interesting. Mike, never change your chill vibe. I only tune in for your channel mostly now. Got sick of all them other hip channels. I appreciate that, Mr. Johnny. Mr. Johnny 81. I'm pissed off. A flag was seen in Chief Justice John Roberts' yard saying no human is illegal. I don't even know what that means. I don't know who that is. Nephilim, Archons, what's that? Anunnaki? Fifth Element. Billy Myers, very, very deep rabbit hole. Anunnaki. Is it Billy Myers? Remember all that talk about the Antichrist coming to Earth? Trump is now opposing himself. Yeah, that was weird. But I don't know. You gotta be careful what names you name drop in this algorithm. But Peter Thiel has a fucking multi-part series of him giving a lowdown on the Antichrist. It's just to raise a question, you know. It's just to raise a question when you look at what he's involved in with his tentacles all over the place. That's what weirds me out about Jesse Michaels' channel, is because he said he used to work for like an investment fund with Peter Thiel and Eric Weinstein and those guys. Like, I don't know. It weirds me out. Maybe big time psyop. Is it all a psyop? Who actually knows in the end? Let's see if we get any. Check this out. 139. Yo, keep this momentum going, man. You got to talk to the price like it's a piece of shit, bro. You got to pretend like you don't care. Like you just look away, you just ignore it. Then when you ignore it, the price goes up. You got a creepy face too, Peter. Bit better. Ninth planet, Nibiru, Anunnaki planet that is seen only once every 3,000 years. Carson is big on this topic. Let's go. Says the store around the corner. Still one of the best gamer tags, dude. That would have been back in my Xbox 360 days, that would have been my gamer tag, bro, if I had thought of it back then. Like rubbing the pokey machine. What is that, dude? Pokey machine. Humans are special, though. Nephilim despise us, and we humans are more brute than them. Interesting. Giants in the Bible. Interesting, to say the least. That's my third eye, bro. That's what that is. Oh my god, PBD, I cannot listen to this guy. XRPL unlocks. Oh, what happened? What's this? Oh, wait, what's this? Is this actual big news? Posted 30 minutes ago. What's going on with this? I need a fucking article. According to CoinDesk, new, the XRP ledger integrates Boundless XYZ. Boundless XYZ, making blockchains internet scale. A zero-knowledge proving network enabling financial institutions to transact privately on the public blockchain without exposing transaction size, counterparties, or treasury positions. This is just crazy. That sounds crazy. I would like a lot more details on that. Por favor, please. What the fuck? Can't just... There's no link. Where's the thing? I agree. What do you say? The green is because it was announced the PPI rose 4% lower than expected. Oh, really? I thought we might have read over that real quick. CoinDesk. It's like, is this a fucking breaking story? Breaking news. Is it? Bitcoin. I'm feeling like Cowboy Curtis. I keep making deals and they keep getting broken. Don't make a deal with a devil, bro. Let's see. I'm only seeing CoinDesk announce that. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to check this out. All right, let's see what's going on with this before I hit the spliff. Let's see what's going on. Oh my god, there's so many things, dude. I forgot we still got to cover Judy and Jake. Oh, there's too much stuff. There's too much stuff. Let's take a look. I'm not going to watch this whole thing at all. I just want to see what's going on with this. Jamie, give me some audio on that.
Special guest, Jake Claver. He needs really no introduction, but just, we always say he's our friend, and we truly mean it. Jake, it's so good to see you.
You too. Thank you for having me back.
Of course, of course. We love having you on the show. So, wow, woke up this morning to some pretty crazy news and last night before we went to bed. So I kind of wanted just to start off with what in the world do you think is your opinions on what's happening in the world with this whole Iran and the oil, and how
It's a proxy. China is the bigger problem. That's
you
my
think
guess.
it's going to affect XRP?
Well, I mean, it's literally everything I've been
It's a
talking about for almost 2 years
multi-reason.
now is finally playing out real time. So, with the straight shutdown, and it doesn't seem like there's just a lot of back and forth. It's going to be open. It's not open. Now we're blocking it. No, we're blocking it. Kind of seems like a little bit of theater to me, but
Yes.
obviously there is real collateral damage, and there are things going on in that part of the world that are unfortunate. And praying for all the people over
All right, we got it. Yeah.
borrowed from the Bank of Japan. They were taking that.
All right, they didn't carry trade. We get it. So, what'd you say? 35 minutes. I just want to see. I just wanted to see the vibe of this interview. I'm not gonna watch this whole thing right now.
It's not just like arbitrarily somebody's going to flip a switch in a warehouse somewhere, and we see a significantly higher price.
I mean, I get it. I don't know. I mean, I get it. I share the same thing. I think inevitably this price goes up. I'm not putting a fucking date on it though of when it happens. The sooner it happens, that'd be great. I'm not getting my hopes up. Who knows? The guy in the chat from a long time ago, he goes, tax day is the day it all turns around. Who knows? Maybe that guy came in and that was, I don't know, Jesus himself. I don't know.
I don't believe it's coming in the next 2-5 years. I think we're a decade plus. That's where I currently sit. That doesn't mean we shouldn't be doing stuff, because I think it is really, really important to understand the lead time, Bitcoin development time, review time, the migration, all of that stuff is a multi-year process. However, the vast, vast majority of people, so when the first Q-Day quantum computer comes out, they're not going to go and tag your $150 to $2,000 transaction in the mempool. That's just, they're not going to be powerful enough to do these short range attacks. They're going to be going after the very, very big pools. What are the big pools? Satoshi's lost coins, the pay to pub keys, but also Binance and Coinbase when they reuse addresses. Binance and Coinbase are going to work this out. Right? They're going to update their systems such that their wallet management handles it. They're not dumb. So I'm not too concerned about those coins. I'm of the view that the pay to pub key coins, they're going to get taken at some point, whether via quantum or just humans getting smarter. We're going to break cryptography at some point, like everything has a half-life. I think it's also very important to recognize that just like putting a quantum secure algorithm in or scheme in now is dangerous. It is dangerous because these are untested systems. They're very, very new. So it's a very challenging proposition. So my general view is, for the folks who are just like quantum is never happening, I think softening that stance is sensible. Things like PIP 360 make sense. Even if you just remove the idea of quantum, it's just a sensible upgrade to Taproot anyway. So being just conscious that we should have a plan. Not having a plan is actually worse, because if you're wrong, and you can always be wrong, we're stuffed. So having a plan and having people working on it makes a lot of sense. I think the folks who are saying that we need to upgrade tomorrow are dangerous as well. So both sides of those extremes are dangerous. My view is we should say that if we don't have a plan for quantum in the next 5 years, we've probably done something wrong, right? And if we've implemented a quantum secure scheme in the next 5 years, I would actually say, unless there's evidence that we need to, I would say we've also done something wrong. So I sit very much in that middle ground, which there are no politicians out there to vote for, right? I'm in that middle ground where most people are, which is like, hey, can we step away from these like dumb extremes? I don't know. And I think most people on the internet don't know where quantum's coming from, but I also know that it could happen. So we should just narrow our focus down the middle. And I think BIP 360 makes sense. I think not doing anything is dangerous, and doing something too drastic is also very dangerous.
Oh, the Bitcoin story. So interesting. Yeah, and 3 weeks ago, the entire world didn't think Iran could send a missile 4,000. Fuck around, find out Bitcoin maxis. Time to do your quantum centralized planning underway. I mean, that's a concern, Let's see if they get out of it. Hey, shut your face. Shut that face. Biggie already worked it out, pal. He massaged it out, that nasty thing. What's the difference between investing and gambling? At the end of the day, I guess you could say it is still gambling to an extent. The only difference is it's on you. You can do as much research as you possibly can and then make a super calculated, gamble. A super calculated gamble, Like if someone gives you 99% chance, I'm going to swish this basketball, I take those odds, And then when you're doing enough research and you think you know what you hold, makes it easier, Same thing though. It's at the end of the day, any investment, I view it as you got to put, not financial advice. Get this out of my pocket, dude. It's lighter. It's like the light thing from Harry Potter, dude. In the first movie, he comes up and he goes, and all the lights, he sucks all the lights into this little device thing that's like the time turner or some shit. Legit stuff. You mean Palm Beach Pete? PBB? PBP. Interesting. Just in. IMF warns sustained Middle East conflict could drop global GDP growth to 2%. Oh, man. Global GDP dropping. It's always something. It's always something with these people, bro. Fear. Red lines all over the map. Fear. Can we just take a second here and admit something that the regime media and the foreign policy geniuses Washington will never say out loud? President Trump just dropped the hammer on Iran, and it's not just tough. Oh, God, here we go, this guy. Really, I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't want to read all that, though, right now. So he's... Dude, it's always something crazy on the threads. What is this? Federal Reserve Governor Moran participated. Yeah, good for you. How about that, Professor Moran, whatever your name is? Tether dropped their wallet. We covered that already. Bo Hines glazing these guys. The people's wallet has arrived. Still, they're using AI for all this shit, dude. Their marketing for the U.S. stablecoin has been nothing short of atrocious. All right, let's check this out. This guy's got a Bitcoin. He's probably Bitcoin Maxi.
It frames it nicely. This is the best.
Is that real hair? Is that real?
It frames it nicely. This is the best store of value asset in human history. How much value in the world is just looking for the best store of value asset? And Saylor has said it's 50%. It's a guess, something like that. It's 50%. And he thinks that capital will continue to flow into Bitcoin until it saturates pure store of value capital, which was up to 50% of all asset value in the world. You're going to have these massive buckets deflating relative to Bitcoin as Bitcoin massively inflates over the next several decades. And the conduits by which that happens will be Bitcoin treasury companies facilitating that flow of capital. And for that reason, I think that it's quite possible, long explanation to get to this, I think that it's quite possible that Bitcoin treasury companies accumulate half of all Bitcoin during this period. And 20 years from now, using Saylor's numbers of $13 million per coin in 20 years,
he said 22.
Would make Bitcoin treasury companies, that would mean that they would hold $140 trillion of Bitcoin. And I think like Strategy will end up owning half of that. So $70 trillion of Bitcoin, which would make Strategy the most valuable company in the history of the world by a very large margin. And
I can't see them letting that happen. That's the thing.
And I think that the rest of that the remaining $70 trillion of Bitcoin held in Bitcoin treasury companies is going to be the big story in global finance for the next 20 years.
Wow.
Wow. Dude, this feels like a Muppet show. What is going, like, I don't know, just the vibe of this. Like, who is this guy? Who is this? Croceus BTC says Bitcoin treasury companies could accumulate 104. I don't know. I guess maybe. I don't know. I guess maybe. Fucking, I'm not, whatever, man. New Tether launches Tether wallet. No one gives a shit. What the hell is a million wallets? What the fuck's special about Tether, bro? Show me them audits from the beginning of the inception of the company. How about that? There's a reason you went offshore, but I'm not saying nothing. Hedera. Real-world asset tokenization is an emerging multi-trillion-dollar opportunity for both institutions and investors, from money market funds to commodities. Hedera is the network institutions trust to make it happen. Explore tokenization on Hedera. I'll be sure to do that. Shout out Hedera. I got a little bit of that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. The only way you approach it. That you keep on calling me at time. Get some of the Phoenix going. Martin Lucas is saying 16 trillion coming into the crypto space before 2030. I don't know who Martin Lucas is, but yeah, I mean, I would say at least double. I would say like 4 or 5 trillion by 2030. That's just my guess at being really conservative about it. Because I always say never underestimate their ability to screw everything up. Never underestimate it. Because yeah, right now things like seem maybe stabilized because they're talking and stuff. I don't know, one person moves out of line and it's fucking back to square one. A cyber attack, a private credit crisis, whatever the hell they want to throw. Martin Lucas is a shill. I watched that guy steal narratives from so many people and claim them all as his own. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not familiar with that guy. Johnny Bone Marrow. Hedera isn't, I mean, guys, none of it's moving. The whole space, I mean, like, yeah, it's moving ever so slightly right now, but we need a next giant wave of money. We need the velocity of money. We need the supply and demand on the exchanges. We need that shit flying, dude. We need Korea, South Korea fired up. They were buying a ton through the exchanges. A lot of the time, they can move the market on their own. In 2017, that price rise, I'm almost positive, was almost exclusively from the South Korean exchange. Something like that. Originating in South Korea, all that giant demand, what ran it up to that price, which was crazy. Like, what was that? It seems like a test or something. Like, what the fuck is that? Oh, wait, what's going on? NVIDIA. What did NVIDIA do? They just launched... NVIDIA launches Icing? The world's first open source AI models built to accelerate useful quantum computers. Quantum thread ain't look, I don't know. Just based on that, it ain't sounding like it's too far out. 5 years. I don't know. Let's see what's going on with that. Massive milestone over 2. Here we go, Stellar. I'm gonna like that shit. This is what I like to see. Yes, that's what I like to see. Massive milestone. Stellar has crossed $2 billion in RWA on the network, driven by partners Franklin Templeton, Spyco, and Ondo Finance, and more. I think Ondo doesn't have a lot, though. But, you want to use them for the name. I see it. I mean, yeah, it's real world stuff going on. So Danell said in 2026, so just the last 3 months, Stellar has already crossed 2 milestones in RWAs on chain. First 1 billion and now 2 billion. Here's to more milestones. Keep it going. Keep it going. Stellar and Starlink are behind NDAs. Be ready. How do you say that so definitively? How do you say that? You know what I'm saying? I hate this song. Change this shit. Change, Jamie. Change. Oh, I hate this song, dude. Need some, like... This is a good vibe. How about that? Stellar and Starlink. The connections just from the touch point of vast space. That's just... I don't know. I would lean more towards... Elon and him have had conversations in the past. I'm not saying they're best friends or something, but... They're, I don't know. They converge on the same things. It's weird. That. Bro, I'm having sneeze attacks over here. Dude, why are you saying the pollen? Because I have noticed that pollen's been going crazy right now. I've definitely been feeling it. How many years until the 99% of the crypto are gone? I'm not sure, dude. Elon's from Planet X. Everything X will be tied in. XLM, XRP, X, Twitter, Space, X. When you take $5,000 to 750,000, K, you're the man. That's what Martin did. Interesting. Stellar Lubid Starlink network back in 2021 went down and came back up at the same time. That's interesting. Mike, you see the update XRPL made for Ripple Treasury and NASDAQ did regarding the modifications from 6 decimals to 15 decimals in order to... No, I haven't seen that. If that's true. I haven't seen it. Colin will cut a man down. For real, dude. Look at the symbol. Oh, no. I've talked about it a lot. One of my earliest videos is like Stellar and like all that type of shit. X, like connections like that. Yeah, because the Stellar logo is... The Grok logo, what is it? The singularity, the black hole, some shit, the event horizon, something like that. Infinite Jack, explain that as good or bad. I'm confused. Yeah, I haven't even heard. I don't even know what you're talking about. There's something there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know for certain. It's a fun theory, and I would just guess, it's more likely than not, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. I think all these guys in the end kind of fucking know each other and what's going on. Seeing Stellar and Ripple's names specifically, and them mentioning Jed in the Big E files, that's such a core like thing, if it's real, but it definitely seemed real. Let me see this. This might be something worth looking into. Maybe. You guys, do me a solid. Hit the like button. If you guys enjoy the earlier live streams, this and that, you guys should join our group. Patreon, link in the description, exclusive videos weekly. I just dropped one like a day or two ago. I think yesterday. Starlink is for banking the unbanked across the globe off the internet. Access is primarily goal. Well, I said that's probably part of one of the goals too, because we were talking about that too, because we related it to another big e-file that we covered when we were looking for this stuff, and they were talking about piloting how they could get internet access to remote parts of Africa, and they were talking about utilizing like balloons with signals and shit back then. And the e-files trying to bring banking services to that, and then that's, I don't know, that's very interesting, kind of like it seems like the process of the idea to Starlink. That's what it seems like. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be fucking balloons. No, it's gonna be satellites. That's what it's gonna be. This guy wants to put data centers in space. They want to put people in space just to go have some fun. So Nvidia is helping the quantum revolution, I guess, according to that. Visa and Tempo launched its validator node on Tempo blockchain, joining Stripe and Zodiac Custody as the first external validators. This is an interesting headline I'd like to look more into. Save that for later. I've never heard of this Tempo thing, but if Stripe and Visa are there, my eyes kind of want to be looking under the hood for that too. Yeah. Oh, Kevin O'Leary, what's he saying? The hardest thing I do as a leader, let people go. All right, Kevin. Oh, Kevin. Take a look at this. Dude's showing off his Marty Supreme acting skills now on Graham Crack is whatever podcast he's
What's
got.
the hardest truth you've had to deliver?
It's always when I'm terminating somebody. When you become a leader and you take other people's money and you start investing it, they make the assumption that you are going to protect their capital and give them a return. And in order to do that, your mandate is to find the very best people to work in these companies. And so my job is to find the right CFO, find the right CEO, find the right tech person. And then you have to not only do that, gel a team. The team has to work together. So my strategy has always been, let's hire someone for 6 months first, see if it works on a consulting basis at 30% higher salary and no stock options or anything. And then if it doesn't work out on their resume, it simply says, I consulted with one of the O'Leary Ventures groups.
All right, we get it, Kevin. You're a sentimental guy, and you know what? That's okay with me. Oh my God, Bitcoin 75,000, bro. It could fucking drop to 2 pennies in a fraction of a second. I'm not getting excited yet. You will see RLUSD on Stellar soon enough. I've already shown. Oh, dude, that would be fucking tough. That'd be sick. I've already shown that Stellar had a conversation with FSB about global stablecoins in 2021. Whether RLUSD is minted on Stellar or bridged, you will see it. Wow, that'd be something. What's this? 2-minute clip, prophecy fulfilled. RLUSD, Ripple stablecoins here. And I'm ready for the network effect. Let's take a look at this. I want to see what this thread's about. Is that Chris Larson?
Am I right in thinking the strategy is then to get kind of a nationwide deployment of Ripple? And if so, how is that going to work? What's the strategy?
Yeah, so the strategy really is now first try to get a bank in each of the key regions of the world. Because if you can connect one bank on ACH in the US to one bank on SEPA in Europe, you have effectively connected all of the banks on those two networks. So you really get a multiplier effect. Now we have this Fedor out of Germany on SEPA, and we have now these 2 US banks on ACH. Now we got to work on China, we got to work in South America, India, and really continue to spread it and get to some of the bank networks. So definitely getting banks as gateways to bring currencies onto the platform is very important. And then along with that, bringing market makers to make markets between those currencies, cross currencies. We've already been pretty successful there. We have about 7 institutional market makers already. Now it's really kind of filling it up with banks.
Who the hell is this? Oh, tremendous audio going on here, folks. Fucking cameras inside some guy's belly button right now. Muffling the sound. There's literally no sound. You gotta read it. Choose a stable coin. All right, what the fuck is this? Like, come on, guys. It's 2026. We can't record a video. You can't hit the fucking just red button and leave the phone alone when you record it. Oh, I'm gonna record it with no sound. Well, we need the sound a little bit when we're talking about all the money. I do want to look more into that. RLUSD on Stellar. That would be tough as nails, bro. Federal Reserve, watch live. Blah, 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 blah. No one cares. No one cares about the bullshit you're spewing. Thank you. Pass the Dutchie on the left-hand side. What's that about? Double Dutch? What's that all about? Pass the Dutchie. Pass the Dutchie. Guys, hit the like button. Join our group, the Minutemen. Link in the description. If you like the streams and you like the videos, all that, that's the best place to support the channel because the streams get demonetized. I appreciate the super chats on here too. The love lets me know to do more stuff in the time slot or whenever I drop it. I definitely want to get a fishing video going. Also, we'll talk about crypto. You know, we'll talk about all like the same stuff, but we'll just be out fishing. I feel like that video will do really well because I'm dying to go fishing. Like I'm debating doing it today. Getting some bass fishing going. Really am. Let me take a look. And so for price action, that means they are expecting it to skyrocket because they need to transact in tiny increments for smaller transactions. Yes, sir. Yes, Frask, correct. Oh, you got. I like that. That's cool. You guys are having a conversation about like trying to crack what that means. That's cool. Like learning. Mike needs those reggae vibes. You cooking up some killer grinds, Brit? What does that mean? Oh man. And so for price action, on the price action. All right, yeah. But when? My DNA went straight into the like button. I see I'm picking up what you're putting down. I see that. Guys, hit the like button yet again. Support on Patreon. Best place to support the channel. That's it. I will see you. Longest live ever. Has it been? 138? It might be. It might be. And the change was made April 1st on XRPL. Interesting if that's true. That's something to look into. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Follow me on X. That place to